Hello, friends, it's Mr. Jim, and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If you haven't already, you need to make sure that you have smashed the follow button and left your 5-star rating or review on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That helps spread these stories out for the whole world to hear. And today's story comes to us from Luca. Hey, Luca, your story is about to head out across the entire world. Are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! Today was supposed to be a very normal day. As Luca was getting home from school, he was supposed to have a very normal day with friends, playing soccer in the field nearby and laughing and making some really fun memories. That was all supposed to happen today. But something very unusual happened that changed everybody's plans forever. But before we get to the part where Luca enters the story, we must go back to this morning. Earlier this morning, far, far away lived a ginormous creature. We would call him Bigfoot, but he just likes to be called Biggie. Yes, just call me Biggie. And Biggie lives in the middle of a forest far away from people. He does not like to be seen or heard or even known about. His whole life, he just wants to live in secret. Every morning, he would cook up a delicious breakfast and then go up on a hike, up a mountain, to his favorite place to look out over the hills, right next to a beautiful, crystal clear river where he could drink his morning tea. Yes, Biggie loved to drink pine needle tea. He would gather a whole bunch of pine needles, and somehow he had a cup that he had made from a branch. And so Biggie would make that delicious cup of tea and dangle his feet off the edge of another branch, a branch that was big enough for him to sit on. He had tested many branches before and came crashing down many times before because Biggie is very hairy. Yes, he is big, but he's also very hairy, and all that hair makes him very heavy. But this morning, his plans got all messed up. You see, he loved to do the same routine over and over. It's something that made him, I think, feel safe and feel good. Do you like to do the same thing over and over? Like a routine? Like maybe when you wake up, you walk over to the bathroom, brush your teeth, you come downstairs and eat breakfast, get ready for school, and then you go to school. Like having a routine is pretty nice because you know exactly what needs to do when it needs to be done. But unfortunately for Biggie, something happened last night. It messed up his entire day.
Where did my tree go? Somebody ate my sitting tree with my sitting branch. Who did it?
As Biggie looked around back and forth, there was nobody there, but the evidence around made it pretty clear who was responsible for this. I think it was a beaver that ate his tree. But Biggie did not like change. He did not know what to do, and so he needed to find a new place to sit and drink his pine needle tea as fast as possible.
Okay, looks like I'm headed up a new mountain. We gotta find the perfect branch on the perfect tree so I can drink my morning tea.
Biggie started hiking up this new place, somewhere he had never been before. Squish, squash, squish, squash. Biggie's ginormous feet squashed through the mud, and all of a sudden, he slid down the side of a hill.
Whoa!
His giant feet had accidentally stepped into some very slippery mud, which led him sliding all the way down the side of a mountain into a valley below. This valley was completely surrounded by very steep hills, almost like cliffs. So it was going to be very hard, maybe impossible for Biggie to get out.
What in the darnation? Where am I?
As Biggie looked around, he was a little scared. Even though he was very big, new places did not make him feel safe. But off in the distance, he saw a cave with a bright light on the other side, which meant it looks like that cave is the only way in or out of this valley. And if Biggie wants to get back to his home, he's going to need to go through that cave. Squish, squash, squish, squash. As he huffed and puffed his way to the cave, his footprints left a muddy trail behind. As he approached the cave, he was met with a ginormous roar.
Roar! What do you think you're doing coming into my cave?
Said the big voice from in the cave. Biggie did not know what to do, and so the only thing he thought of what to do was, he ran away as fast as he could. Squish, squash, squish, squash. His feet squashed his way through the mud, and he finally jumped behind a pile of rocks. He would be safe here. He reached inside his pocket and called for help to HQ. Wait a second. What? He knows HQ? Yes, in fact, Biggie used to be on the spy team a long time ago and still has a spy beeper. He was on the spy team a long time ago, and now he's retired, so that's why he just lives out in the mountains. But in case of an emergency, HQ will be there to help. Meanwhile, back on Luca's side of the world, he was playing soccer with his friends. I'm open, pass it here, shouted Luca. Bzz, 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 bzz. Oh wait, I'm not open. Hold on, you guys keep playing, I'll be right back. He had gotten the alert from HQ, and so he ran off to the side to listen to this message. And it said,
Luca, we need your help. One of our spies has fallen into a place where he needs help. There seems to be a dinosaur stopping him from escaping, and we'll send you the coordinates to go help him. Over and out.
Shh. A dinosaur? Luca shouted. He did not understand what in the world could be going on. Shh. HQ, hold on a second. Did you say a dinosaur? Shh.
Yes, Luca, a dinosaur has trapped one of our old Bigfoot spies inside of a valley surrounded by mountains. He's unable to get out, and our Bigfoot, who goes by the name Biggie, he has requested backup, and so we need you to go rescue him. Over and out.
Shh. As Luca stood there on the soccer field, his eyes were very large and his mouth was hanging open. Somehow, he had just slipped into a mission to save a Bigfoot from a dinosaur. He didn't even know those things were still around, and oh dear, this is going to be quite the adventure for Luca. And it's only just begun. He has no idea what is in store for him and waiting on that mysterious forest. We'll have to wait and see what happens on the next episode of Kids Short Stories.
Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Redon, who's turning 6 years old. Redon loves listening to Mr. Jim stories every night on road trips, loves building Legos, and he wants to be a doctor when he grows up, for humans and animals both. You know, some days he wants to treat humans and the other days animals. I love it, Redon. I'm so glad we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 6th birthday. Well, friends, if you want to celebrate your big day on the show, have your parents check down in the show notes below for instructions on how to get on our birthday schedule. We're scheduling May and June birthdays right now. Well, friends, I hope you all have a super duper day, and I'll see you on our next adventure. Bye.